Rebecca, also known as 4Kids at 147, and I'm bringing you a Project Life spread from my 2017 album. This is the beginning of June, so I'm getting there with that album, and for this one I've gone back to using the November Citrus Twist kit. So I think I've done a layout from this one, but I absolutely love it, and the letters, the little alphabet in it is absolutely gorgeous. I think I just had a period of not scrapping and had a couple of kits to use at once. So I've gone through the cards that came in this kit, and I was automatically drawn to the gorgeous turquoise ones. That's probably because it's my favourite colour. So I decided to sort of use that as a theme. So with this kit, I've done two different layouts with this kit today, and you will see the next one up in the next few days. But I decided with this one to sort of go for all the turquoise. There's a little bit of black, and I do put a touch of hot pink. But with the other layout that I've done, I use more of the colours. So it's a nice way for kits to not feel as though they're from the same one, to not use the same colour theme, but to pick a couple of colours out of the kit for one spread and a couple of colours out the kit for another. So as I say, with this one I'm going for the turquoise, and then I'm going to add in just a little splash of hot pink, and it will literally be one little piece on each card. So there's 3 different pieces on the puffy sticker sheet, and I am going to use all of those. So up in the top I've got the little turquoise circle with the pink heart in the middle. I've got the gorgeous pink like checkered heart on that card that says I find comfort in the chaos, and then I've just got tradition underneath the feels good to be home, because why not? That was my reasoning behind it. For these gorgeous alphabets and alphabet, I knew I wanted to use those, and I've just quite simply popped June up in that top photo. I just like to do that in my 2017 album, just so you know where the month starts, and then after that I'm not as fussed. Occasionally I'll put dates on, but I'm not that fussy about putting dates everywhere. So for my stamping for this layout, I've just used the one stamp, and that just says Wild and Free, and that is on a picture of some geese that tend to live around my husband's workplace. So this week, or this month, he'd managed to take a picture of the geese, so I've popped that in there. It's little things like that that are nice to look back on over the years. Sort of, I like to make sure that my Project Life has the photos that wouldn't make a scrapbook album. Some of them are ones that I will scrapbook in a 12 by 12 page, but not all of them. And then I've got a journaling card. I'm trying to be good and getting more journaling in on my layouts. So I've just sped this up a bit, but I've just put that summer rolls around after what seems like ages. Time to get things done around the house and garden. New fence panels may not excite most, but I love the fresh look it brings to the house. And then I did add about the geese at my husband's work on the top card. So there was a little bit more journaling that needed to be done, mainly on this photo that I'm writing on now. So I brought in a little teal cluster on there, and that's just the first time that my second eldest went to vote. Yeah, so I had to take a picture of her first voting day. And then, I mean, really, it's mainly this bottom card I now mess about with for what seems like forever. So I had this little flag that just said and I thought it really went well with a picture of a bruised foot. But due to the way the picture was taken, the foot was right near the top, so I couldn't get it to sort of point in the right place. So then I looked at maybe chopping the photo down, so I messed about with quite a few different backing sheets. I didn't want to cut into the photo and then change my mind. So I moved things about for quite a bit, but in the end I did settle back on that black and white stripe and decided it could just repeat in 2 different places. So I will get to that in a bit. First off, I'm just going through seeing if there's any more puffy stickers and stuff that I need. But yeah, I decided to do the chop and make that happen, and I pulled in a little puffy sticker in grey that just said unexpected, which I thought suited the style of the picture quite well. So I'm going to get all that stuck down, get that card, make sure it's trimmed so it will fit in the pocket when I'm done. And then a lot of the messing about I did now was just finding those last little bits just to bring that pop of teal into that card that was all black, white and grey at the moment, and then also to bring in a pop of pink. So I had a look to see if there was any words that I could make work with it, and use those stickers again, but nothing really suited. I did look at possibly putting the picture of the fencing on a card as well, because it didn't need to be that tall, but it just knocked off the balance of the layout quite a bit. So what I decided to do was I have a couple of little baskets that just have things like enamel dots, and they have hearts and stars and tiny word stickers and things like that in. So I've pulled that out and I'm going to have a rummage through. I'm going to have a rummage through quite a bit, a couple of times. First time I was looking for something blue, second time I'm looking for something pink. And I did pull out some little pink hearts, but I didn't feel like a heart really went with a bruised foot or a twisted ankle. It doesn't really suit as though it's something that you'll love. And then I spotted these little fancy pants enamel shapes. I'd had them in a past kit, and I'm trying to get things like that are nearly used up, completely used up. So I did end up using 3 of those. So I used one that was sort of in a grey off-white, I used a teal one, and I also used one in hot pink, and clustered those all up together just around the sign. Lastly, I will pop one of those little pink hearts just up the top on that black and white card that says "Gather here with grateful hearts," just to bring the pop of pink into that card as well. And then it's also in sort of 5 places. I do like it to be in an odd number of places. So I'm going to pop that up there. And that's pretty much going to be my layout done. So I'm going to go round all the cards in my black pen. And you will ask, where is my stitching for this layout? So I do stitch. You will be able to see it in the close-ups. I just stitch through that little puffy heart on the card that I've just gone round. I just do a few stitches round there to keep up with my stitching and stamping. And this is some close-ups of the layout. So if you've liked this video, please give it a like, and if you want to see more, hit subscribe. I tend to post every 3rd day with a layout, and then every now and then I throw a few little extra ones in. Thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you all again soon.